Hi guys, welcome back to Success Corner. We are here with daily physics MCQs. Today we'll be covering MCQs from the topic AC current and rotational motion. So before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. Question 1. In the given AC circuit, so which of the following options is correct? So as you can see two parallel circuits, therefore I2 and V will be in the same phase and I1 will lead V with by an angle of 90 degrees. So the correct answer here will be option 1, that is current I2 and V are in the same phase. Question 2. A ring and a disk of different masses are rotating with the same kinetic energy. If we apply a retarding torque on the ring, it stops after making n revolutions. After how many revolutions will the disk stop if the same retarding torque is applied on it? So we know that work done by the retarding torque will be equal to the kinetic energy. So as the torque is same as the retarding torque is same on the disk as well as on the ring, therefore the number of revolutions will also remain the same. So the correct answer will be option 2. Question 3. In the LCR circuit shown in the figure, so we have to select which of the options is correct. So as XC is greater than XL, therefore current will lead the voltage. Now we'll calculate IRMS. So first we need to calculate R square plus XC minus XL whole square. So which will be 10 root 2. So now from this we can calculate the IRMS, which will be equal to VRMS by Z, and VRMS is 400 by root 2 and Z is 10 root 2. So when we divide this we get 20 ampere. So IRMS is also 20 ampere. Now we can find the power factor. Power factor is R divided by Z, and which will be equal to 1 by root 2. So power factor of the circuit is also equal to 1 by root 2. So therefore all the options are correct. So the correct answer is option number 4. Question 4. Two blocks each of mass m are connected to the end of a light frame as shown in the figure. The frame is rotated about the vertical line of symmetry. The rod breaks if the tension in it exceeds T0. Find the maximum frequency with which the frame may be rotated without breaking the rod. So in this case, m omega square L will be equal to T0, which is the breaking point, the maximum tension. So omega will be equal to root T0 by ml. And we know that F will be equal to omega by 2 pi. So the maximum frequency will be equal to 1 by 2 pi into root T0 by ml. So the correct answer will be option number 2. Question 5. A 12 ohm resistor and a 0.21 Henry inductor are connected in series to AC source operating at 20 volt and 50 Hz. The phase angle between the current and source voltage is. So the phase angle, so we can find tan theta, and from that we can find the angle. So tan theta will be equal to omega L by R. So omega is 2 pi into frequency, so 2 pi into 50 into L, that is 0.21, divided by the resistance, that is 12. So we get tan theta equal to 5.5. So as we can't find the exact value of theta for 5.5, we can use this trick, as tan 45 is equal to 1 and tan 90 is infinity. That means that the value of theta lies between 45 and 90, and only one option present here is between 45 and 90, that is 80 degrees. So you don't need to calculate the exact value of theta. You can simply guess the value by using simple logic, and here the correct answer will be option number 3. Question 6. The electric field of an electromagnetic wave is given by E is equal to 50 Newton per Coulomb sine omega t minus x by c. The energy contained in a cylinder of cross section 10 cm square and length 50 centimeter along the x-axis is. So the energy will be equal to energy density into the volume. So the average energy density will be equal to half epsilon naught E naught square, and volume will be equal to area into the length. So when we substitute the values, we get 5.5 into 10 to the power minus 10 joules, minus 12 joules. So the correct answer will be option number 2. Question 7. An AC source of voltage V is equal to 100 sine 100 pi t is connected to a resistor of resistance 20 ohm. The RMS value of current through resistor is. So IRMS, so first we'll calculate I naught, which will be equal to V naught by R, and we know V naught is 100 and resistance is 20, so I naught is equal to 5 ampere. So IRMS is I naught by root 2. So that will be equal to 5 by root 2 amperes. So the correct answer is option number 3. Question 8. A cylinder of height h is placed on an inclined plane, the angle of inclination of which is slowly increased. It begins to slip when the angle of inclination is 45 degrees. What is the radius of the cylinder? So first we'll resolve the forces into components. So once we do that, now it's given that at 45 degrees inclination, it begins to slip. That means that the moment due to the force mg sine theta should be equal to the moment due to the force N at point A. That means mg sine theta into h by 2 will be equal to mg cos theta into r. So when we solve this, we get r is equal to h by 2 tan theta. So now as the angle of inclination is given 45 degrees, so we can substitute the value of theta. And as tan 45 is equal to 1, therefore r will be equal to h by 2. So the correct answer is option number 3. Question 9. A stick of length L and mass m lies on a frictionless horizontal surface on which it is free to move in any way. A ball of mass m moving with speed v collides elastically with the stick as shown in the figure. If after the collision the ball comes to rest, then what should be the mass of the ball? So conservation of linear momentum, by conservation of linear momentum we can say that mv should be equal to capital MV, where small mv is the momentum of the ball and capital MV is the linear momentum of the stick. And by conservation of angular momentum we can say that mv into L by 2 will be equal to ml square by 12 into omega. So now we know as it comes to rest, then half mv square should be equal to half capital MV square plus half I omega square. So by substituting the values of small v and omega in the third equation, we get small m is equal to capital M by 4. So the correct answer is option number 4. Question 10. A cylindrical rod of mass m, length L and radius r has two cords wound around it, whose ends are attached to the ceiling. The rod is held horizontally with the two cords vertical. When the rod is released, the cords unwind and the rod rotates. The linear acceleration of the rod as it falls is. So we can consider this question similar to a rod rotating down an inclined plane, but the special case here is that in this case we'll consider the angle of inclination as 90 degrees. So when we consider the angle of inclination as 90 degrees, that means that the rod is going vertically downwards, but it is rotating at the same time, which is similar to this question. So once we consider the angle of inclination as 90 degrees, we can calculate the linear acceleration by the formula A is equal to g sine alpha divided by 1 plus k square by r square. So this is the formula which we use when a body rotates down an inclined plane. So here we'll consider alpha as 90 degrees. So when we substitute the values, we get A is equal to 2 by 3 g. So the correct answer will be option number 3. These were today's 10 MCQs. I hope you liked this video. So don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. Thank you.